Well, let me add my welcome to you to the spring convocation of the 111th Commencement. Today is a great day in the life of the University of Memphis and certainly a significant milestone in your life. You've reached this moment through hard work and dedication, and we're proud of you. We're excited to celebrate you today and see you move to the next phase of your lives. It is now my pleasure today to welcome our commencement speaker, Mr. Mark Greaney. Mark is the #1 New York Times best-selling author of the Gray Man series, the 12th installment of which, Burner, was released in February of 2023. He is also the author or co-author of 7 Tom Clancy Jack Ryan novels. His first published novel, The Gray Man, was adapted into a feature film by Netflix in 2022, starring Ryan Gosling, and quickly became the 5th most watched film in Netflix history. Mark is a 1992 graduate of the University of Memphis, Memphis State at the time, and lives in Memphis. Please welcome Mark Greaney.
Thank you, Dr. Hargrave, so much for the introduction. Class of 23, I want to congratulate you all on this great milestone in your lives. You've worked hard, you've studied hard, you've sacrificed, and you've written the majority of your papers without using ChatGPT. Can't say that about next year, so kudos to you guys. I'm really honored to be here, but there is a personal cost for me. I was notified by the university that I had several outstanding parking tickets that I had to clear up from 1992 before speaking to you, but we've settled up and everything's okay. I brought you all a graduation gift, and here it is. My speech is very, very short. You are welcome. 5 minutes and I'm out. 31 years ago this week, I sat in the now mothballed Mid-South Coliseum and received my degree in poli-sci and international relations from Memphis State University, and yes, that's what we called it way back when. I don't know why. I still remember that day, as you're going to remember this day 31 years from now. So I decided I would tell you something that I now know that I really wish I understood way back when. I wish I had appreciated the power of fearlessness, the power of tenacity, and the perils of living in the comfort zone. There's a quote I want to read to you, and it comes from a 20th century martial arts instructor from South Korea named Chong Hong-hee. I like it so much that I use it as an epigraph in one of my novels, and it goes like this: "Pain is the best instructor, but no one wants to go to his class." I started writing my first novel in 1990 when I went to Memphis State, and I peddled on that same book for 15 years. I loved reading, I loved writing. I told everybody that I wanted to be a writer, but writing was just a hobby. I didn't take it seriously. It was just a dream. My problem was that I was afraid to try. I was afraid of the hard work, the rejection, the failure, mockery, afraid of embarrassment. I didn't believe in myself, so I didn't seriously pursue my dream. I had a job and I had a life, but it wasn't the job I wanted or the life I wanted, because for 15 years I remained ensconced in a comfort zone of mediocrity. Your comfort zone is your prison. Nothing exceptional will ever happen in there. In 2005, my father died. I was 37 years old, and for the first time, I appreciated that the clock was ticking. Suddenly, the prospect of living my entire life without ever accomplishing my dream was even more scary than going out and pursuing it. The fear dissipated, and I got to it. I finished my first book in months, but it went nowhere. I wrote a second novel, it went nowhere. I wrote a third that went nowhere. I also wrote 3 novellas, shorter novels. All 3 of them went nowhere. Those seemingly never-ending disappointments were incredibly discouraging, but each time I did not succeed, I told myself I might have fallen down, but I had also fallen forward. I realized each failure was an opportunity for course correction. I just had to learn something, get back up, and do a little better next time. When Thomas Edison was asked by a reporter about all the missteps in his experiments, he answered, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work." When I wrote my fourth novel, The Gray Man, I finally found a literary agent in New York who agreed to represent me. He sent my manuscript out to 10 publishers. 9 of them said no. My agent told me if the last publisher passed on me, then I'd have to go write a 5th book. But the last publisher said yes. It might take you years to write a book, to build a business, or to achieve a dream of any kind, and you can always fail. So many people ask themselves, why bother? But I'll tell you why. Those years are going to pass you by, whether you have anything good to show for them or not. If I'd given up after 3 unpublished novels and 3 unpublished novellas, and if I'd given up after years without success, and if I'd given up after countless agents and 9 publishers turned me down, then I wouldn't have 16 New York Times bestsellers and a film to show for it now. I'd just be 33 years older than I was when I started. My point is this: if you have the bravery to put yourself out there and the tenacity to keep trying when things don't work out, you will all become unstoppable and good things will happen. Be impervious to embarrassment. Be relentless, fearless, and tenacious. Remember that the missteps and screw-ups and rejection and do-overs are all just a crucial part of the journey on your road to success. So go out there and always give 100%, unless, of course, you're donating blood and then you want to dial that number back. I'm not a doctor, so check into that. You've got this. I don't know all of you, so I don't know just what you've got, but I do know from experience that with hard work, you do have the power to go out and get it. You, class of 23, are a mighty force, capable of more than you can imagine, and I, for one, will never underestimate you because that's your parents' job. Congratulations. Thank you very much, and go Tigers.